Imagine waking up to a world plunged into darkness. The power grid has failed. Now what? You're suddenly thrown into a world where the hum of electricity, once a constant, comforting background noise, has become a deafening silence. Picture this: a sudden power grid failure, not due to a storm or a natural disaster, but a deliberate, calculated attack. It's an unsettling thought, isn't it? A cyber attack perhaps, or a physical assault on our infrastructure could lead to a catastrophic collapse of our power grid. The effects would be immediate and far-reaching. With the flip of a switch, our lives would be dramatically altered. The first casualty of such an event would be our lights. The comforting glow of our homes, streets, and cities would be replaced by an unexpected darkness. It's not just the physical darkness that we'd have to contend with, it's the uncertainty that comes with it, the fear of the unknown. Communication would be the next to go. With no power to charge our devices, we'd lose our ability to stay connected with the world. Our phones, our TVs, our radios, all would fall silent. The world would suddenly feel a lot bigger and a lot lonelier. And let's not forget about heating and cooling systems. Depending on the time of year, this could be a mere inconvenience or a life-threatening situation. In the dead of winter or the height of summer, maintaining a safe indoor temperature would become a significant challenge. Transportation would also be affected. Gas stations rely on electricity to pump fuel. Without it, most of us would be stranded. And public transportation? That would grind to a halt too. It's a grim picture, isn't it? But it's not all doom and gloom. In such a scenario, preparedness is key. With the right knowledge and a bit of foresight, we can navigate this unexpected darkness. In the face of such adversity, survival instincts kick in. Let's find out how to navigate the first 24 hours. Scene script. Preparation is the key to survival. But what exactly do you need in a power outage survival kit? First and foremost, a flashlight. It's your beacon in the dark, guiding your path when the lights go out. But remember, a flashlight is only as good as its power source. So pack a good stash of batteries. You'll need them for more than just your flashlight. Next up, a portable charger. This little device can be a lifesaver, keeping your phone powered up so you can make those critical calls or access important information. However, don't forget to keep it charged. Now, let's talk sustenance. Canned food is your best bet. It's non-perishable and easy to store. But what good is canned food if you can't get to it? That's why a manual can opener is a must-have in your kit. Of course, man cannot live on canned beans alone. You'll need water, and lots of it. Store enough for at least 3 days. That's about 1 gallon per person per day for drinking and sanitation. No survival kit is complete without a first aid kit. Accidents happen, especially in the dark. So, be ready to treat minor injuries with bandages, antiseptics, tweezers, and pain relievers. Comfort is also crucial during tough times. Blankets not only provide warmth, but also a sense of security. So pack a couple of them in your kit. Finally, let's not forget a battery-powered or hand-crank radio. When the power's out and your phone's battery is on the fritz, this old-school gadget will keep you connected with the world, letting you know important updates and safety tips. The key is to have these items readily available and easily accessible. Don't wait for the lights to go out before scrambling to find your essentials. With a well-prepared survival kit, you're ready to face whatever comes your way. With this survival kit, you have the tools to face the first 24 hours of a power outage. In a world without electricity, how do you reach out to your loved ones? It's a question that may seem daunting, but the answer lies in preparedness and adaptability. It's imperative to have a pre-planned meeting point, a familiar location where family members can gather should an electricity outage occur. This eliminates the need for immediate communication and ensures everyone has a safe place to go. Now let's talk about radios. Not your everyday FM station, but battery-powered or hand-crank radios. These devices are key for staying connected in a blackout situation. They provide a means to receive emergency broadcasts and important updates. You can even use them to communicate with others if you're equipped with a two-way radio. Don't forget, batteries for your radio should be included in your survival kit, and a hand-crank model can be a lifesaver when those batteries inevitably run out. Remember, communication is crucial in times of crisis. So stay prepared, stay connected, and most importantly, stay safe. Without electricity, how do you maintain a comfortable temperature? In the face of a power outage, temperature regulation becomes a critical challenge. If it's cold, consider layering your clothes. Remember, several thin layers can be more effective than a single bulky one. Retain heat by piling on blankets and using sleeping bags if you have them. If it's hot, loose cotton clothing can be your best friend. Use natural ventilation to cool your space. Open windows and doors, but ensure your safety isn't compromised. Now, you might be tempted to use a gas stove for heating, but here's a word of caution. It can lead to carbon monoxide poisoning. Carbon monoxide is a silent killer. It's colorless, odorless, and extremely dangerous. So whether it's sweltering heat or bone-chilling cold, remember, your goal is to maintain a comfortable body temperature. Staying warm or cool is not just about comfort, it's about survival. When the power's out, how do you keep your belly full and your thirst quenched? It might seem like a daunting task, but with a little planning and know-how, you can make sure you have enough food and water to see you through a power outage. The first thing to remember is to keep your refrigerator and freezer doors closed as much as possible. Every time you open the door, you let out cold air and let in warm air, which speeds up the thawing process. A full freezer will keep temperature for about 48 hours, a half-full one, about 24 hours. So, if you can, pack your freezer with items that can be eaten cold or reheated on a gas stove or grill. Prioritize eating perishable items first. This includes leftovers, meat, poultry, seafood, milk, and soft cheeses. If these items have been at room temperature for more than 2 hours, it's best to throw them out to avoid food poisoning. After you've consumed perishable items, move on to your pantry. Foods like peanut butter, whole wheat crackers, nuts and seeds, canned juice and milk, and canned fruits and vegetables can help keep you nourished. Water is just as important, if not more so than food. You can't survive long without it. If you're unsure about the safety of your tap water during a power outage, there are several ways to purify it. Boiling is the most common method. Just let it boil for 1 minute and let it cool before drinking. If you can't boil water, you can also use household bleach. Just add 8 drops of bleach to a gallon of water, stir it well, and let it stand for half an hour before drinking. You can also store water ahead of time. A good rule of thumb is to store at least 1 gallon of water per person per day. This should be enough for drinking and sanitation. Remember, a well-fed and hydrated body is a resilient body. In the face of adversity, keeping your body nourished and hydrated is one of the best things you can do to stay strong and healthy. In a world without electricity, how do you maintain hygiene and administer first aid? When the lights go out, maintaining cleanliness can become a challenge. But never fear, we've got some simple solutions. One of the easiest ways to keep clean is by taking a bucket bath. Fill a bucket with water using a cloth to wash yourself. This method uses significantly less water than a traditional shower, making it an ideal solution when resources are scarce. Now, let's talk about the less glamorous side of things, the toilet. In the absence of a flushing system, a portable toilet can be a lifesaver. You can use a bucket with a lid, lined with a biodegradable bag. After each use, cover the waste with a layer of sawdust or sand to control odor. Remember, proper waste disposal is crucial to prevent the spread of diseases. When it comes to first aid, knowledge is your best tool. Everyone should know the basics, such as how to clean and dress a wound. In a sterile environment, start by washing the wound with clean water and soap. Pat it dry and apply an antibiotic ointment before covering it with a clean bandage. Change the bandage daily, or whenever it becomes wet or dirty. In more severe cases, knowing how to perform cardiopulmonary resuscitation or CPR can literally be a lifesaver. Start by placing the heel of your hand on the center of the person's chest, then place the other hand on top, interlocking your fingers. Push hard and fast, about 2 inches deep, and at a rate of 100 to 120 compressions per minute. Remember, in an emergency situation, it's essential to stay calm and think clearly. Your preparedness and skill can make all the difference. In times of crisis, your health and hygiene are your first line of defense. As we navigate through these challenging times, it's important to remember that knowledge is power, and preparation is key. We've covered a lot of ground today, from how to handle the unexpected darkness to staying connected, keeping warm or cool, securing food and water, and maintaining hygiene and first aid. But remember, this is just the tip of the iceberg. There's so much more to learn about surviving without electricity, and we're here to guide you every step of the way. Your support helps us to continue providing you with life-saving information. So, let's stay connected, let's stay informed, and let's stay prepared. Because when it comes to survival, every bit of knowledge counts. Remember, we're in this together, and together, we can weather any storm. And now, as we wrap up, we have an important call to action for you. If you want us to continue providing essential survival tips, remember to hit that subscribe button and give us a like. By engaging with our content, you ensure we can keep delivering this life-saving information. Join us in our next video, where we'll delve deeper into the world of survival. Until then, don't forget to subscribe and like, and most importantly, stay safe and stay prepared.